Hey, why don't we do something fun next week? We have time off. We never do anything fun.
Well, I don't know. What do you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking the
library? The library's what?
The library's boring. We can do that anytime. Listen, how about on Monday we go down to the lake and go swimming at the lake?
I don't know. I think it's going to be hot that day, and I might get a sunburn. You know how tender my skin is.
Wimp. We can do okay, so Monday we'll go down to the lake. Tuesday we're going to go mountain biking. It's supposed to be cloudy, so your tender skin shouldn't get burned.
Well, that sounds great, but I'd probably crash like I did the last time and break my arm or something.
You didn't break your arm last time. You won't break it this time. Come on, we'll go. So Monday we'll go to the lake. Tuesday we're going to go mountain biking.
Okay.
Wednesday I was thinking we could go fishing. Remember the last time we went? I caught like 10 huge fish.
Yeah, I remember, and the only thing I caught was an old boot, and you won't ever let me forget that one. So if we do anything, I'd like to enjoy it.
Well, okay then. What do you suggest?
Well, all right. Well, we could stay home and, pop some popcorn and play like Scrabble or another board game. Something like that. What?
I like board games, but we can do that anytime. Why don't we go, listen, Friday or Saturday, we'll do all those things we talked about, and then Friday or Saturday, we'll go on a picnic to the mountains. You won't break your arm. You won't get sunburned. It'll be really pleasant. Let's do that, okay?
Well,
come on. Let's do it. It'll be fun.
Okay, we'll give it a try.
Good.
Hello, can I help you?
Well, yeah, I'm looking for something for my wife.
Okay, a gift for a special occasion?
Well, I'd like to get her something for our 20th wedding anniversary, so it's kind of special.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Let's see, how about a nice gold necklace? We have several over here.
Well, she has several of them already, so I'm looking at something else.
Okay, what about these diamond earrings?
Oh, wow. They're nice, but my wife doesn't wear earrings very often, so I don't think that, it would be very... I just don't think it would fit.
I have just the thing. Come over here.
Okay.
How about this bracelet? It has that beautiful pink diamond. This is new. Beautiful pink diamond in it, and we can get it custom engraved with both of your names on it.
Oh, that's nice. How much is it?
Well, it's usually priced to sell at $4.99,
okay.
But you're lucky today it is 20% off.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, let's write you up.
Amy, so how you doing?
Oh, hi, Stuart. School is so crazy these days, and when I'm not at school, I'm at work.
Hey, listen. I'm getting together with Sarah and Paul tonight, and a few of our other friends are going to join us.
Oh.
And we're going out to eat and then catch a movie. Why don't you come with us?
Hey, I'd love to, but I have to cram for a test tomorrow.
Oh, come on. We're planning on having dinner around 6:30 and then seeing a movie at 7:30. We should be home by 10:30, 11:30 at the latest. I mean, you're always saying that you don't have any friends and that your love life, that you don't have one. Come on.
I don't think I'd better. I haven't been feeling well lately.
Yeah, because you study too much. Well, we'll have a blast. Come on, relax.
Well...
And it's Sarah's birthday, too. And we're throwing her a small birthday party after the movie. Come on. Best friends always stick together.
Oh, okay.
Great. I'll pick you up at 6.
Okay. See you then, but I have to be back by 10:30.
10:30, midnight. It's all the same. See you at 6.
Dave, I'm going to the supermarket to pick up food and drink for Saturday's picnic later. Any suggestions?
Well, everyone's been talking about having a barbecue down by the river, so why don't you pick up some hamburger and hot dogs?
Okay, but how much hamburger meat are we going to need? And hot dogs too?
I don't know. How about 3 pounds of hamburger and a couple packages of hot dogs?
Oh, that's not going to be enough. Do you remember the last picnic we went on? Your roommate Jim ate about 10 hamburgers by himself.
You're right. Let's see. I better write this down. Let's see, about 9 pounds of hamburger meat and 7 packages of hot dogs.
And you better pick up some chicken for those who don't like hamburger or hot dogs.
Okay, how about 5 or 6 bags of potato chips?
Better make that 8 or so.
All right. Oh, and we're going to need some hamburger and hot dog buns. How about 5 packages apiece? I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, you better pick up some mustard, ketchup, and mayonnaise, too.
Okay, what else? We're going to need some soft drinks. How about 10 of those big 2-liter bottles?
Sounds fine, but be sure to buy a variety of drinks.
Okay, and what about dessert?
Well, maybe we could ask Kathy to make a few cherry pies like she did last time.
Well, I wouldn't mind that, but you know she's been very busy working 2 jobs, so I'd hate to ask her. And, hey, why don't you whip up some of your oatmeal cookies?
Well...
Hey, you could even ask, what's her name? Yeah, the new girl, Susan, the one that moved across the street.
Well,
I bet she'd be willing to help you.
I don't know.
She's a real knockout.
Nah, I don't think I could ask her. I don't know her phone number. Plus...
Hey, you don't need to. She's at the door.
What do you mean?
Well, I thought you two would hit it off, so I called her up saying I was you, and I invited her over to watch a movie.
You did what?
Wait.
Hey, have you been watching any of the World Cup soccer matches?
Well, I was watching until my favorite team was bounced out in the first round of play. I mean, they should have made it all the way to the second round. But a whole series of events cost the team the opportunity to prove themselves on the world stage.
What do you mean?
Well, in the first match, 2 of their star players were out with nagging injuries, so the rest of the players, unfortunately, just couldn't keep up with the opposing team.
Well, that's just life. I mean, every team is going to have players out with injuries.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. And then in the second game, the refs made some terrible calls, allowing the opposing team to slip by with a victory. I mean, we were robbed on that one. The refs must have been walking in their sleep.
But didn't one of your own players accidentally kick the ball twice into his own goal? I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad call to me.
That's just besides the point.
Really?
And finally, our team was ahead in the final match. I mean, they were way out ahead until the other team rallied in the final 3 minutes of play to squeak out a victory. It was a total embarrassment for our team. Our team was booed. All I can say is that the sun must have been in our players' eyes.
Wasn't it a night game?
That's besides the point, too. You're just not understanding anything I'm saying.
So, who are you rooting for now, seeing that your team has been eliminated?
I can't watch any more soccer, so I've been following an online chess tournament.
What? Now that has to be the most ridiculous reaction I have ever heard of.
No.
So you're going to completely boycott the rest of the play just because your team got bounced out of the tournament?
Forget it. You just don't understand.
Hey, I hear you and Stephanie are really getting serious.
Yeah, and I think she'll be impressed with my new exercise program.
What? What are you talking about? What exercise program? What did you tell her?
Well, you know, I enjoy staying in shape.
Right.
First, I generally get up every morning at 5:30 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Since when? You don't roll out of bed until at least 7:30 p.m.
No. And on Mondays and
That's
Wednesdays,
another tall tale.
I almost always go jogging for about half hour, to improve my endurance.
Hey, jogging to the refrigerator for a glass of milk doesn't count.
And of course, before I leave, I usually make sure to do some stretches so I don't pull a muscle on my run.
Right, one jumping jack.
And then I told her that I usually lift weights Tuesdays and Thursdays for about an hour after work.
Huh.
This helps me build muscle strength.
1 pound barbell.
Oh, no. And finally, I often go jogging on Saturdays with my dog.
What dog?
And I like hiking because it helps me burn off stress and reduce anxiety that builds up during the week.
Oh, yeah, those lies.
And as for Fridays, I sometimes just relax at home by watching a movie or inviting you over to visit.
If I buy the pizza...
And on Sundays, I take the day off from exercising, but I usually take my dog for a walk.
Forget it. She'll never buy the story.
Hey, taxi! Great. Thanks for pulling over.
Where to?
Well, I'm going to the National Museum of Art, and...
Sure. Hop in. No problem. Hang on.
Excuse me. How long does it take to get there?
Well, that all depends on the traffic, but it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes for the average driver.
Oh.
And I'm not average. I have driving down to an art, so we should be able to cruise through traffic and get there in less than 12 minutes.
Okay. Sorry for asking,
Yeah?
but do you have any idea how much the fare will be?
Oh, it shouldn't be more than $18, not including, a tip, of course.
Oh. And by the way, do you know what time the museum closes?
Well, I would guess around 6 o'clock.
Oh. Do you have the time?
Yeah, it's 4:30.
Thanks.
This is your first time to the city, right?
Yeah. How did you know?
Well, you can tell tourists a mile away in the city because they walk down the street looking straight up at the skyscrapers.
Was it that obvious?
Well,
Oh, before I forget, can you recommend any good restaurants downtown that offer meals at a reasonable price?
well, the Mexican restaurant La Fajita is fantastic.
Oh,
It's not as inexpensive as other places I know, but the decor is very authentic.
okay.
And the portions are larger than most places I've been to.
Sounds great. How do I get there from the museum?
Well, you can catch the subway right outside the museum. There are buses that run that way, but you would have to transfer a couple of times. And there are taxis too, but they don't run by the museum that often.
Okay, thanks.
Time to eat!
Coming! Oh, I'm starving.
Good, good.
Oh, yuck! What's that?
Ah, now don't complain.
But what is it? And where's Mom?
Now, Mom put me in charge of dinner because she's not feeling well tonight.
But what is it? And that smell.
It's pizza. I just followed an old family recipe here and...
Let me see that. Oh, Dad!
What?
You're missing a page.
Well, I couldn't find the second page of the recipe, but don't worry. I have plenty of experience around the house, plenty of experience cooking.
That's not what Mom said.
Well, wait. Here, let me try a piece first. Here, let me cool this off. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, this is great stuff.
Yeah, right. Why are you making that face?
Well, it's just a little rich for me, that's all.
Let me try it, Dad. Dad, you put a little too much salt in it. And besides, it's burned.
Well,
and what's that?
well, that's just part of my own adaptation of the recipe. I added some pumpkin.
Oh, not another one of your surprises. Pumpkin doesn't go on pizza.
Well, okay, so what? What do we do now?
Well, how about some cold cereal? You can't mess up on that, Dad.
Hey Marcus, I have a question I'd like to ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm thinking about going to Germany this summer.
Great.
And I need some advice. You're the best person I know to answer my questions since you're German.
Thank you. What do you want to know?
Well, don't laugh, but I met this really nice woman through an online music mailing list. You know, a discussion group on the internet. I need some advice. You see, Claudia...
Okay, so it's Claudia. Oh.
Yeah. See, she invited me to spend 2 weeks in Germany, and well, I told her I had studied a little bit about the country and language, and she's kind of expecting that I know more than I really do.
You're really in hot water now.
I think so.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, she's planning on introducing me to her parents.
Hey, sounds kind of serious.
It isn't. At least I think it isn't. Anyway, what should you do when you greet someone for the first time in Germany?
Well, it depends upon your relationship with the person. Now, speaking of your girlfriend, Claudia?
Hey, I didn't say she was my girlfriend.
Okay. Now, if you're meeting someone formally for the first time, like Claudia's parents, you should make sure you arrive on time.
Okay, so arrive on time. What about common greetings?
Well, Germans often shake hands, and they use the person's family name unless they're really close friends.
Okay, well, what about with Claudia? I'm not sure what I should do in her case.
You can call her Claudia.
Okay.
Shake hands, and why don't you take her some flowers?
Okay. Well, how do you say nice to meet you anyway?
Oh, ich freue mich, Sie kennenzulernen.
Ich freue mich, Sinselin?
Not exactly. Ich freue mich, Sie kennenzulernen. Honestly, I think you need to take a crash course in German before you leave. Claudia might think you're speaking Chinese or something, if you don't.
Dr. Carter's office.
Yes, I'd like to make an appointment to see Dr. Carter, please.
Is this your first visit?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Could I have your name, please?
Yes, my name is Ronald Schuler.
And may I ask who referred you to our office?
I drove past your office yesterday.
Okay. How about the day after tomorrow on Wednesday at 4 o'clock?
Do you happen to have an opening in the morning? I usually pick up my kids from school around that time.
Okay. How about Tuesday at 8 a.m. or Thursday at 8:15 a.m.?
Do you have anything earlier, like 7:30?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, in that case, Thursday would be fine.
Okay. Could I have your phone number, please?
It's 643-0547.
All right. And what's the nature of your visit? Yes, sir.
Well, to tell the truth, I fell from a ladder 2 days ago while painting my house, and I sprained my ankle when my foot landed in a paint can. I suffered a few scratches on my hands and knees, but I'm most concerned that the swelling in my ankle hasn't gone down yet.
Well, did you put ice on it immediately after this happened?
Well, yeah, I just filled the paint can with ice and...
And so after you removed the paint can... Sir? Sir, Mr. Schuler, are you still there?
Well, that's part of the problem. The paint can is still on my foot.
Look, Mr. Schuler, please come in today. I don't think your case can wait.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
It is now. Take a seat.
Thanks. I've been waiting for over 2 hours for the bus to come.
Oh, yeah. The bus broke down about 50 miles back. Actually, the bus driver lost control of the bus when he spilled hot chocolate on himself. And then he tried to regain control of the bus, and he hit a rock and blew a tire.
Are you sure this bus is safe?
I ain't sure if it's safe, but you can't beat the price.
Well, where are you from?
To tell you the truth, I really don't know.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you see, I was adopted when I was a baby, and I was told that I was born in New York City, but I can't be sure of that. Then my new parents raised me in a small town in Texas. I'm sure you have never heard of it.
Huh? Oh, where?
Well, my parents, Fred and Norma, had a farm, and I grew up milking cows and herding sheep, and actually, I'm on my way to visit them now.
You're going back to Texas?
Oh, no. They sold that farm years ago when they discovered oil on the property. They live on a ranch right outside of Las Vegas now. Beautiful place with a pool.
Las Vegas? Las Vegas?
Yeah.
I thought this bus was heading to Chicago in the opposite direction.
Oh, no, you're on the wrong bus.
I've got to get off.
Oh, no, relax. Spend a weekend with me and my parents on the ranch. I can teach you how to milk a cow or something like that.
I have to get off.
Oh, well, once this bus left the last station, it ain't gonna stop until the next station, 3 hours from now. And the bus driver got really upset when the last passenger made the same mistake. So sit and relax. Let me tell you about the farm. I have plenty of stories.
No.
Yeah, well, once upon a time...
Hello and thank you for calling Riverview Cinemas, the city's finest theaters with stadium seating. Box office opens 45 minutes before showtime. Movies currently playing include Return to Mars 2, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour and 53 minutes. Showing at 12, 2:15, 5, and 7:20. Road Trip, rated R, a runtime of 1 hour and 49 minutes at 11:15, 1:20, 3:45, and 6:05. Go for the Gold, rated PG, runtime 1 hour and 37 minutes, playing at 11:50, 2, 4:15, and 6:30. And Friends Forever, rated G at 12:10, 2 o'clock, 3:50, 6:15, and 8:30. Runtime 1 hour and 32 minutes. These times are valid through the 17th of the month. Matinee tickets are $2 before 4 p.m., for all patrons. Regular tickets are $6 for adults, $2.50 for children 3 to 11, and $4.50 for ages 12 to 17. Seniors are only $1.50. All tickets on Tuesdays are $2. You can purchase tickets online. No wait, no lines. We're located downtown at 1313 South, 260 East, kitty corner, the Richards Science Museum. Visit our website for up-to-date information.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I just have a cold, I think.
No, you don't. You've sounded like that for a while. You smoke, and you're dying from it.
What? Well, I'm just a casual smoker. I can quit any time I want.
No, you can't. You smoke 2 packs a day, and I don't call that a casual smoker.
Hey, it's my choice. So butt out. We've talked about this before. And I'm tired of you, Mom, and Dad nagging me about it all the time.
Okay, but what about your kids? Don't you worry about how your smoking is affecting them?
It's not a problem. I smoke outside.
Yeah, but don't you worry that they'll start smoking too?
No, they won't. I know my kids. I trust them.
Yeah. Didn't you say that Jacob got caught smoking a week ago at school?
Yeah, but it was the first time. He's under a lot of pressure these days.
Right. The first time you know of. He's lying to you.
I trust him.
Really? Well, what about these cigarettes?
What?
Right here.
Oh.
I found them in his clothes when he stayed over last night. Listen.
No, they're probably not his.
They're his. He's following your example. You can't expect him not to smoke when you smoke yourself.
Hey, don't tell me how to raise my kids. It's my job.
I won't have to. You're killing yourself, and someone else is going to be raising your kids for you.
Well, what does that mean?
Figure it out. Listen, I gotta go now. If you want to talk more, I'll be at Mom's house.
Whatever.
It has been said that learning about the past is a process of learning about oneself, and the study of our family histories can help us understand the past and prepare us to meet the challenges of today. Some North Americans can trace their histories back to Mexico, and this presentation is about one such individual, Ana Maria Cavazos. Ana Maria Cavazos was born on June 9, 1908 in Reynosa, Mexico. She was the 11th of 12 children. Her father, Jesus Cavazos, was originally from Victoria, Texas, but his family moved to Mexico around 1855. As was common in the time, Jesus spent much of his life raising cattle and farming cotton. Ana's mother, Juana Castro, was the oldest of 6 brothers and sisters. Juana and Jesus were married in 1880. Ana's family moved to the United States during the Mexican Revolution in 1913. Their family experienced much hardship, both financial and physical. Yet in spite of obstacles, many of them triumphed over the forces of exclusion and poverty to emerge as successful farmers and businessmen. Ana grew up in Texas and met her future husband, Abel Contreras, in 1929. Ana and Abel Contreras were married in 1931 and were the parents of 11 children. The principles of faith, integrity, and family oneness permeated their lives and have given their posterity a great legacy. Indeed, we can benefit a great deal from our family histories. Thank you for joining this short presentation. Hey, can you give me a hand with the groceries? And I told you I could do the shopping.
Wow. Do we really need all this stuff? Let me see that receipt.
Hey, I only bought the essentials.
Okay, let's see. Dog food, $24.70. We don't even have a dog.
Well, it was going to be a surprise, but look in the back of the truck.
What?
Speechless. I knew you'd love him.
That thing? That dog's as big as a horse. He probably eats like one, too.
But he's sure friendly, and someone was giving him away at the supermarket, and I couldn't let that poor thing pass another day without a loving home.
Whatever. Where was I? $18.19 for 24 cans of tomato juice? You don't even like that stuff.
Not yet. I've decided to change my eating habits.
Right.
You'll see.
Okay, let's see. $3.84 for a box of chocolate cookies and $12.56 for a case of soft drinks?
Yeah.
Changing your eating habits, huh? Do you really think that cookies are some type of diet food?
Hey, I'll just eat a cookie or two every other hour. In fact, they're a great source of carbohydrates for energy. And you see, the tomato juice and cookies kind of, cancel each other out.
Oh, brother. Can't believe what I'm hearing. Let's see. Where was I? Carton of eggs, $2.50 for a gallon of milk, 3 cans of tuna. Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, 2 steaks for $8.14. Now, something worth enjoying. I'll get the grill started.
Well, the steaks are for Herbert.
Herbert. Who's Herbert?
He's the dog.
No.
You see, the previous owner said that he's somewhat picky about what he eats. And the steaks might help him adjust to his life.
Absolutely not.
No. And the steaks might help him adjust to his new home. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, no. Why did you throw the steaks out on the ground outside?
Well, now you and Herbert can get to know each other better. I'm going out to eat by myself.
Oh. Hey, what are you doing home this weekend? I thought classes didn't end until next week.
Hi, Dad. I love you.
Ah, the 3 magic words, I need help. I've heard those before.
We better sit down.
This doesn't sound good.
First of all, hey, is that painting on the wall new?
No. Let's get back to the conversation now.
Oh, okay. First of all, I'm failing all of my classes.
Oh.
I lost my job. I wrecked my car, your car, last week. It's at the bottom of a lake, I think.
Oh.
And the laptop I borrowed from you,
yeah.
Well, it was in the back seat of the car.
Oh.
That's all the good news.
Wait.
You're not saying anything.
Okay, now, what's the bad news?
Well, I just found out that my old boyfriend was a member of a gang. He says that he and 20 of his friends are going to come over here to talk about what you've posted on their Facebook page.
I don't even have a Facebook page.
Well, you do now.
Oh.
I have to go. I'd rather not be here about 20 minutes. Love you. Bye.
Oh.
Hey, Rachel. Can I borrow your large suitcase?
Wait, why do you need it?
Okay, get this. Some friends and I are going to Hawaii next week, and my small bag won't be big enough for all the souvenirs I plan to bring home. I'm going to get you some peanuts, too.
What? How can you afford that? You don't have a job, you already have an outrageous car payment, and you still owe me $500 for that old car that didn't last a week.
Hey, those things are behind me. You see, I took out a loan.
Where? To be honest, your credit history is terrible.
Well, it's complicated.
What do you mean complicated? Give it to me straight. Where did you get a loan?
Well, I got a payday loan at a place near our house.
What? That's an awful idea.
Oh, you don't know anything. And at these places, you can get a loan quickly without any hassle.
Exactly, because they can run you dry.
No.
They might charge you over 300% interest compared to about 12 to 30% interest for a regular credit card.
Nah.
A personal loan at a bank might even be cheaper.
Yeah, but...
And then people like you get locked into a vicious loan cycle that is almost impossible to escape, like quicksand.
How do you know so much about payday loans?
Well, I took out a loan once, and it took me forever to pay it back. So yeah, how do you plan to pay it back?
Well, I thought I'd sell my mountain bike, or my comic book collection, or you could give me the money.
Yeah, forget it. Not in a million years.